Hello and welcome to the Williamsville Wire. I'm Dylan Ferris. Joined alongside me, Ryan Mendenhall, Bell Shuffler on the scoreboard here for Athens versus Williamsville in the third, fourth, fifth conference, fourth conference game?
I think it's the fourth conference game,
yeah. Fifth overall, technically, because they Auburn. So, it's going to be a good one. Athens, a quiet 12-12. We actually found out before the game they play in two conferences at the same time.
Yeah,
so
that's very interesting. Only thing I can think of is, it kind of helps with that, maybe not being able to get the non-conference games. You know, just playing in two conferences, getting more conference games to make up for not playing the non-conference games.
Definitely
an
easier way to fill your schedule than all of the shootouts and tournaments that we play that have us traveling all over Illinois. We've traveled pretty far this season already, and it's not even the playoffs. So we're going to have some regional games and things that are quite far.
Greenville sectional,
Greenville,
about an hour and a half.
Now, you have to be up there, 2 days in a row, potentially?
Probably 2 days in a row.
That'll be fun later on, coming up, really. I mean, 2-3 weeks left of the season. Boy, it's like, if you're Williamsville, this is where you could have said they hit their midseason slump with their first loss at Auburn. But from here, it's all about getting better every single day, because you've got to be hitting your strides as soon as that first playoff game is underway. And last year we played here in our first played Riverton.
Yeah.
So you got to be hitting your stride start to take those strides every day so that you could be at your best performance when it comes to the playoffs, because you're going to need it. They've got a tough road, but they're going to obviously be very battle tested. 1450 did they're doing the season. So if you guys want to watch more behind the scenes, watch 1450's the season up on their website. But they talked about how they're going to be battle tested. They know exactly, they've seen so many different things. And Coach Beard talked about they went to the most northern part of the state. They've played teams from the most southern to the east to the west, everywhere they've played. They've seen a lot of different basketball teams. They've seen a lot of great basketball teams, a lot of teams that are very well coached, and they have strong schemes. And Tolona Unity on Saturday, I believe they are in a 14-game win streak, I've heard.
Yeah, I was looking at their schedule. I think they have maybe 6 losses, but they are on a big win streak. And obviously it doesn't stop there. Plains is the night before. The next week at Maroa, Maroa's going to be a good team regardless of their record. They have Mitch Williams back. Then you
Ryan
go to
Shepard
Porta
as well.
Yep, Shepard,
an athlete.
You go to Porta on Friday. I believe they made the semifinal in the holiday tournament. Yeah. And then you have Benton on that Saturday. Could be. So
they've got, they've already played. We talk about it all the time. They have tough stretches, but they're very battle tested. They know
they're ready to go.
They know exactly what they're going to do, what they do best. It's not a question of who's going to go off. It's more of when is this person going to go off, because you can only stay silent for so long. We saw it with Doran. He went silent a little bit, and then he drops 23. Sailing goes silent for a little bit, has a 36-point game on the same day. The night before, Shuffler 25. It's not a matter of if they'll go off. It's really a matter of when. And then Garrett Tim, Coach Beard talked about it in the 1450 video again. He scored 14 points straight for them in a game.
He did.
So, like I said, it's really not if, it's a win. It's such a great team, really. They've got great team chem. You can obviously tell it. You can obviously tell just by watching them that they're very comfortable with what they do. They do the best thing about them is they do the simple things well.
They do.
It's all about doing the simple things well. They shoot great from the free throw line. They're pretty good from beyond the arc. But we're about a couple minutes here from tip. We've got a national anthem coming up. We'll be back after the national anthem. back here, just moments away from the tip. Carson Moscardelli for the Warriors out, ankle injury. I saw the picture, black and blue. It's all puffed up. It is a nasty sight to see. As Williamsville wins the tip, it'll be Blake Shuffler bringing it up, guarded by Paxton Fitchin. I think that's how you say it. It's a tough name to say. Sailing gets it back over to Bodine, now to Shuffler. Now to Sailing. Not interesting, not face guarding Sailing.
Yeah, they're not face guarding anyone.
Anybody, really.
Sometimes Athens is a team that runs a zone a little bit, I'm pretty sure. So we'll see if they want to maybe go to that.
Here's a three-pointer from Doran. He missed it. Tipped up into the feet of Jackson Sanders. Rolls on the floor. Bullets get it. Right there, a little bit of a missed opportunity. Shuffler kind of bobbled the throw. Had Doran wide open in the corner. Gave it to him anyways. Doran missed it, but would have had a better look had he caught it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thought Doran was going to shoot that one. Got another wide open look, as he's got the shortest player on him right now. Sailing almost shot it. He's guarded by Trevor Schilling. Over to Shuffler. This is a minute-long possession for the Bullets.
Kind of looks like Athens is in like a matchup zone. It's like it's man-to-man, but they're kind of just playing defense in a general area.
And here's a deep three from Shuffler. He missed it. Bodine gets the rebound, kicks it out to Shuffler, back to Doran, who's going to drive down low to Bodine. He'll have it tipped away right into the hands of Shuffler. Now over to Sailing, down low. Sanders tipped out by Tobias. Trevor Schilling gets it to Sawyer Hill.
Hill's averaging 10.5 a game. Obviously, Shuffler starting on him. We'll see if maybe he can stop him early in this game. Don't let him get going.
And obviously, we know about Williamsville defense. So Cody Tobias, he had 17 against Auburn. They lost that game by, I think you said 10, right?
I think so, about 10. They've had some close losses. You know, for being 12-12, they're not a bad team.
You're right on that 500 mark. They lost to Illini Bluffs, who's a pretty good team.
I think that was
by
a 3-point loss.
Yeah, they lost by only 3. So, like, any night you can maybe say they win a good game, or they're going to lose a tough one. But
they have a chance in every game, and when they win games, they average 62 points. When they lose, they average 46. So, there's kind of that 16-point difference there in terms of when they win and lose games.
And I know some of these guys, and I go to school with some of these guys at Lincoln Land, and they kind of tell me that it's a little bit of a culture issue more than a player issue. Here's a little jumper there from Sawyer Hill. He missed it, but it's kind of a culture issue, which is what we see a lot from teams. And here's a three-pointer from Sailing. Knocks that one through. Bullets take a 3-point lead.
I think he had 26 against Olympia. 6 threes in that game, hits his first year 2.5 minutes in.
Sawyer Hill kicks to Tobias. Three-pointer up in the air is no good, long of the basket. It's out on the end line. They're going to give it to the Warriors.
Yeah, I think they said it went off Sanders.
Yeah, but James Brown was all over it. Looked almost out of bounds when he was all over it, too. They get it in quickly to Hill. He's going to bring it out.
Yep, he's going to be the key. They have to stop Tobias. He's going to shoot a lot of threes. He shot a lot of threes against us last year, especially in that county game. So he's maybe another one that they have to look out for. Can't let him get hot.
As the ball is tipped away, Sailing gets it. He'll slow it down, bring it up. Get it to Shuffle. I would like to see Sailing, when he brings it up, stop and just pull it for a 3. As here's one from him right now, in and out. Doran hustles to try to get it. Can't quite get it. Sawyer Hill bringing it up. He towers over Sawyer Hill as he was just behind him there. He towers over him.
It's probably a 6-inch differential.
So they get it to Paxton Fisher, or Fitchson, sorry. This is Trevor Schilling down in the lane, has to pick up his dribble. Tobias tries to cut back door. Has nothing. He brings it out top, guarded by Doran, throws up a shot. Missed it, gets his own rebound, picks up his dribble, gives to James Jones.
Sanders guarding him. He's going to have a big matchup. He's averaging almost 7 rebounds a game for Athens. So Sanders is going to have to do a good job keeping him off the glass.
It's good to see Sanders play a true 5, really.
He hasn't done that a whole lot this year.
Definitely something that they need to get used to, as Cody Tobias called for a travel.
Yeah, it is something he's got to get used to, especially when it comes to playoffs. You're going to see a lot of different teams that run different stuff. Some will have a true 5, some won't. So it'll be good for him to maybe get more experience guarding in the post.
Isaac Brown and Nathan Hessen, sorry to cut you off, just Bodine gets it, throws way down there to Doran. A lot of contact down there with Tobias. Doran goes up for the shot, missed it. It'll be Hessen bringing it up. Bodine on him now. This is this is really, it looks like a taller lineup for them.
Yeah, this looks like maybe the bigger lineup that they're going to bring out. Maybe not as quick as the 4 guards, but we'll see how Williamsville plays defense against this.
It's, we're almost, 5 minutes into this game, and it's 3-0.
Yeah.
So looking kind of like a football score for right now.
Yep, and none of the shots on either side have really been good looks besides Sailing's wide open 3 he knocked down.
Here's a shot from Hill. Couldn't see if his foot was on the line. Looked like either a 3 or a really deep 2. Down low, good find from Sailing. Finds Bodine in the lane for the shot. It's 5-0 now.
Bodine just running the floor. Sailing finds him wide open under the basket. That's what the bigs are supposed to do, and Bodine did a great job doing it.
Bullets kind of starting off cold here. Hill loses it on the floor and tries to get it up, but can't quite, so it'll be Bullets ball. 2:32 to play in the first.
Garrett Tim will check in for Bodine. Usually you see Tim come in for Sanders and they go small, but I think with the bigger lineup for Athens, Coach Beard wants to keep his center out there, especially for that rebounding.
Shuffler moving to his right, gets it to Sailing. Back over to Sanders. Sailing has accounted for all the points for the Bullets tonight. Down low is Doran. He's going to back down Hessen. Kick, Shuffler, 3-pointer. Up and in for the Bullets. It's 8-0 now. So that's a good look as Sailing intercepts the ball, gets it up to Shuffler, who goes up, uses the glass, gets it to fall.
Quickly 10-0 William. I mean, like you just said.
Yeah, just
a minute ago.
Yeah, a minute ago.
3-0. Now it's 10-0.
Yeah.
Surprised that Athens didn't call a timeout.
Hessen, 3-pointer, in and out. Isaac Brown gets the rebound, goes up, hook shot, rattles in.
You don't see those. You don't see that type of shot very often.
They get on the board. A minute and a half to go in the first. Low scoring for the Bullets.
I think Athens is playing a 2-3 zone. The more of a looks at it. See if Williamsville is just going to try a lot of threes. Maybe they try to get to the basket.
To Sailing. I thought Doran was going to shoot it there. They get a look for Shuffler. Here's another one from him. It is no good. Rebound by Brown. Tobias bringing it up. Gets it over to Hessen. Guarded by Tim. Drives baseline. Loses it. Ball on the floor. Tim tried to get to it.
Yeah, they're going to call push. He just tried to dive for it. Loose on the floor. Ran into the offensive player, so they're going to get him for a foul. But that's not a bad foul. That's just being aggressive.
So it's Trevor Schilling inbounding it. Gets it into Hessen.
Colt Ishmael into the game for Tobias for the Warriors.
Here's Hill. Another 3. This one rolls out. So they've had 3 shots roll out. Doran goes up, uses the backboard to get it to go in. It's 12-2 now. 48 seconds to go in the first. This quarter is kind of blown by. It's been rather short, it feels like. Ishmael driving, guarded by Doran, gets it to Schilling. Pulls it out, guarded by Sailing. He's going to drive into the lane at the free throw line, picks up his dribble, gets it over to Ishmael, over to Hessen. Thought he was going to shoot it, goes baseline, goes up with the floater, tries to use the backboard there, but couldn't get it to go. Dalton Root going to come in. Interesting. No fouls for either team, right? Or
one foul. Tim got that
Tim
push.
Diving on the floor, yeah.
It'll be Athens' ball underneath after the out of bounds. Tim got blown by, so Sanders had to come and help, and then Bullets couldn't grab the rebound, so they tipped it out of bounds.
Great job from Tim there. Brown was trying to get it over to Ishmael, and he just tipped it straight down.
I think they maybe called it travel.
Couldn't tell what his signal was, but it was on Isaac
travel.
Brown. It was on Isaac Brown. This was a foul. I don't know. I didn't see what he did.
Maybe an illegal screen.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. 10 seconds
Push
left.
Maybe. Who knows?
Bullets will hold for 1.
Root kicks over to Shuffler. Pulls up for a 3. rattles out. Rebound by Hessen, gets it to Hill. He's going to throw it up at the buzzer. Shot is no good. A 10-point lead for the Bullets after 1 quarter. We'll see you guys for the second. Back here, second quarter action. Bullets lead by 10. Slow start for the Bullets.
Dalton Root still in the game. I think that's good to see. You know, kind of earlier in the year, he was just in the game to give Shuffler breaks. Athens turns it over.
It's kind of been interesting to see Root come into that spot, whereas before it was really Watkins.
Yes.
So, I mean, not to question Coach Beard or anything, but you're trading size for what, ball handling? I mean, in my eyes, I don't know if I see it all the way, but, you know, Root can shoot. He's definitely better offensively than Watkins, probably.
And so, I think Watkins is going to be a guy come postseason. I think he could be used like he was used last year. He'd come in solely for defensive purposes and rebounding, and then you
have to if you have to give a foul,
yes,
you're going to put him in.
Which I think, will they go to the 1-3-1? That's the other question. Watkins will get more time if they go to the 1-3-1. I'm not sure
just
if they
because
will.
of his length, and I also think as here's a shot that was Ishmael missed it, but I could also see Entwistle coming in that 1-3-1 just because he's got length too. Like he's like what, 5'11", 5'10" maybe, but his wingspan is kind of, we saw him block a shot earlier in the JV game. Like he's got a pretty good wingspan, so he can kind of run, anywhere on there. And that was what, James Jones there with the shot.
Yeah, I like your point. Those guys are guys, if you go to the 1-3-1, they could be big assets because the top and bottom will get tired because they're just going to run around the entire game. And that would most likely be Dorn and Sailing. So those are guys that maybe could come in and give them a quick breather.
Here's a three from Sailing. It is no good. Tipped. Rebound by James Jones. Gets it to Schilling, but, to your point, Sailing and Entwistle, similar builds, really.
Yeah, obviously Sailing's offense is
I'm not trying to make any comparisons here. Here's a three-pointer from Root. In and out. Tipped. Great job by Shuffler. He just stepped out, poked the ball out, gets it, just steps out there. But not trying to make any comparisons between the two offensively. I'm just saying they've got similar builds. So, if Sailing
needs a quick break.
Really, we haven't seen. I don't know. I think Sailing hasn't come. Like I don't remember Sailing being out this year.
I couldn't tell you the last time he came out of a game, unless if it was a blowout.
Yeah,
I'll be honest. I don't know if he has.
He's kind of like, we talk about Shuffler and Doran all the time being like running the offense, but he's kind of our glue guy. He's got to be that guy that they lean on when neither of them are going. They kind of expect that out of him, to just be able to, put it on and, when the lights are the brightest, he's got to be his best.
And it's easier for him to go play 32 minutes because he's not handling the ball all game like Shuffler. He's not guarding the number one like Doran is. So, he's kind of just that guy that he doesn't use as much energy, I guess is a way to put it. Obviously, he still plays hard, but it's easier for him to be in the whole game than the other two.
And the other thing about him, too, is he exceeds, obviously, in shooting, but he plays he plays pretty good defense.
He does. And it's because he's always in the right
Yeah,
spot.
he knows, he like I said in the last game, here's a quick inbound to Root, gets it to score. But like I said in the last game, they were ball watching a lot, but really Sailing only left his man when there was somebody wide open and he had to get to somebody. He does things very well. He's got great court vision. We saw it earlier. He could run that point. Any other team, I think he's probably a point guard rather than a shooting guard, just because.
He probably is.
We've got Shuffler, but he can do it. We see it. We see him do it all the time. Shuffler can just run up, and then they can kind of run. Shuffler will run up and then just reset, see what they've got. He'll get the play from Beard, and then they'll get it up to him, and they can run it.
Yeah, I mean, they can do a lot of different things. I think last year, he didn't handle the ball a whole lot at the beginning of the year. He had to handle it more near the end because when Shuffler went down, him and Thomas did a great job with that. But, yeah, I mean, if he gets a rebound, if Doran gets a rebound, any three of them can just push the ball, bring it up, and I think that really helps Williamsville's pace, getting up and down really quickly, getting some quick baskets.
Yeah, Cody Tobias fouled, went to the line, shot two, made them both. It's 14-6.
Athens still in their 2-3.
Tipped away.
So they get a steal.
Ishmael going to get it. Has it blocked by Root. Great job by Dalton Root there. Right to Cody Tobias. He shoots a three, misses it. Shuffler brings it up, gets it to Root, who loses it. He'll have to pull it out. Gets it over to Sailing, kicks over Shuffler, three-pointer. In for the Bullets. 17-6 now.
Yes, I mean, Sailing passed up an open look for that extra pass, and sometimes, he is open and he gives up those looks. I think that was a great decision from him.
Hate to talk about the Shuffler injury, but it may have helped. They obviously went to state, but this year they're, reloaded, not reloaded necessarily, but they've come back probably better than they were last year.
Yeah, and they lost some good pieces
last year, too.
Yeah,
they lost some great pieces.
Sanders has stepped up and done a phenomenal job this year. Obviously, getting Doran helps.
But, back to my point, Sailing had to, run kind of the point, really. I mean, he wasn't technically the point, but.
Yeah, him and Thomas had to rotate.
But it just adds that extra level of, experience so that, when, they come here this year, high expectations. Nobody is, they're not worried about what they're going to have to do. They know exactly what they need to do. They've done it before. It's just about, making the right steps, getting back to it. As here's a lob to Doran. Missed the shot, just threw it kind of too hard off the glass there.
Yeah, great pass from Shuffler. Doran just couldn't finish it.
Here's a steal. Bodine goes up, uses the glass, gets it to fall.
He's starting to finish around the rim a little more, and that's good to see because I think it was Riverton. He missed a few wide-open layups. So, maybe his concentration's back.
Like I said, mid-season, you start to get not necessarily tired, but it's harder to see the end in the middle.
It is.
You're starting to see the end of the light here, which is the playoffs. I'm not saying the end of the season. We're expecting a long run. A lot of expectations for this season, and they've really lived up to it. As here's another steal, Bodine. Gets it to Sailing. He's going to push it up, gets it to Shuffler. Goes reverse and uses the glass to get it to fall. Timeout going to be called.
30 seconds by Athens, so we'll be back in about 30 seconds.
Back here after the timeout. It's a 15-point lead for the Bullets. Kind of slow start. As here's a jumper from Hill at the free throw line. Gets it up to Sailing. Sailing gonna push it, loses it down low, but I'll have to explain that a little bit. That was kind of a weird situation. Isaac Brown got it, lost it. It went right into the hands of Sanders. I feel like I've said that so many times this year off of a tip. It just lands into somebody's hands and they just score. It happened 3 or 4 times at Olympia, happened twice at Riverton, and again here tonight.
This kind of feels like a weird game. It seems like not much has happened, but Williamsville's up 17. And they're just getting steal after steal.
Bimo goes up, gets it to fall. Shuffler has 10. Doran's got 2, Sailing with 5. Does Bodine have 2? Yeah, so, and then Root with the other,
Root has
4?
the
Yeah.
layup.
So, Root is coming in.
Sailing just got called for his, Sailing's actually going to come out of the game here.
We just talked about it.
We just talked about it. He just got called for a foul, kind of a weak foul. I mean, I didn't see much, but Root's going to come in for him, get him a quick blow.
Gets it in. That's Ishmael. He pulls up for a 3, rattles out. Tim gets the rebound, gets it up to Shuffler. Just going to push it up the floor. Kicks over to Root, back to Shuffler. Thought about shooting it. Down low to Sanders. He's going to drive.
Offensive foul. I think a combination of maybe a little bit of a flop, selling it. Then I think Sanders lowered the shoulder just a little bit.
Yeah, just the motion of him going down with it is,
Yeah.
If you can see the guy you're guarding go down, all you really have to do is sell it a little, and it's going to get called.
Absolutely. And that's what, Beard teaches it all the time. Stand in there and just take a charge.
Coach Beard loves a good charge. We'll say that. Doran gets a steal. It's just falling into the Bullets' hands right now. He's going to go up, reverse, missed it. Rebound by Sanders. Goes up, gets it in, 27-6.
I think this is kind of what we expected from Williamsville. Could have been another trap game, kind of like Olympia where they were only up 4 at half, but this one's a little bit different. Came out with a great defensive intensity and great energy.
As here's another steal does not get it, sorry. Couldn't get steal out of my mouth, but Shuffler tipped it away, couldn't quite get it off the floor. A timeout going to be called by the Warriors. We'll be back after the timeout. Back now after the timeout, 1:12 left here in the second.
Very fast game.
Bullets playing great defense. Really not a whole lot of looks.
No, Athens has had very few looks actually around the basket.
Another steal. Bullets get it. Shuffler bringing it up. 2 of their 6 came from the free throw line, so that's not really a look. But so it's kind of just interesting. Not a whole lot going on. Here's a 3 from Shuffler. Missed it. Tim gets it over to Shuffler. Beard going to run a play. 38 seconds to go.
Looks like they're just going to try to run this clock out for the last shot. He's actually going to call timeout. So I think Coach Beard's going to call 30-second timeout, get Sailing back in the game for this last play before half. We'll be back in about 30 seconds.
Back now after the timeout, Sailing inbounding it. They get it into Shuffler, 33 seconds, so they're obviously going to hold here.
Looks like Athens is going back to their man-to-man.
And Ishmael, number 3, is going to come up close up to Shuffler. They're not going to want to get Shuffler the ball just because not until they run the play here, and that it's a couple seconds away here. They get it to Shuffler now, 12 seconds. Here comes Tim. They trap Shuffler. They get it to Tim now, wide open at the free throw line. Buries the shot. 4 seconds. They're wasting time on the inbound. Hessen gets it at half court. A lob. Missed the shot, 29-6 at the half. Probably could have got a better look. They just took a lot of time getting the ball inbounds. They had Hessen. He could have just got it up quickly, but interesting thought. We'll be back for the second half. Back here, second half action, about 30 seconds away. What game was that last week where they waited till the very last second to inbound it? Both teams were ready here.
Is that Olympia?
Yeah, Olympia. They waited till the buzzer went off to inbound the ball. It was about, what, minute and a half wait, maybe.
It was.
Some interesting games. Here's a three-pointer. Shuffler buries it to start the second half, 32-6.
I think Bullets are just going to try to get up by 30, get the starters out, get them some rest before Plains on Friday.
That'll be a great game on Friday.
It should be, yeah. 1450 will be there.
Always going to be a great one when we play Plains.
Hey, at least we're up top and we don't have 100 people crowded right behind
people,
us.
Yeah. Sawyer Hill, guarded by Shuffler.
Scoreless in this game. Averages 10.5. Shuffler's done a great job on him.
As Hessen gets it over to Hill. Kicks over. Tried to intercept it, was Sailing. So they're back to their, or who started the game that's not in right now? James Jones, or no, sorry, Trevor Schilling, correct? Yeah, so Hessen comes in for him to start the second half. A little bit of a, you add the height with Hessen. He baseline throws up a shot, tipped. Sanders gets it to Shuffler. He'll bring it up. Kicks over. Doran drives baseline, goes up. Missed the shot. Rebound by Bodine.
It's a great weak side rebound and just tip in from Bodine. Doran misses a layup, but he's there to clean it up.
And that's his kind of bread and butter off that offensive rebound there. As they're trapping Tobias here. And no double dribble called. He picked it up.
Started dribbling again. There's a foul.
Yeah, went in between who was Doran and Bodine there and just started dribbling again.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. Maybe I don't know if they tipped it out of his hands.
You can maybe call it that. Something you use when you're playing at the park with your friends, but nonetheless, no call. Sanders has it. Try to get it down low. Stolen away by Hessen. Gets it up to Tobias, who's going to drive. Goes up.
Hammered by Sanders.
Yeah.
Great block from Doran.
Yeah.
Sanders just, tackled him. Yeah. It's like a football play.
It's hard to get down there and get in front of him without fouling him. It's a tough spot, but I just feel like if you've got Doran, he's such a great great defender. He's probably going to go up there and swat it away. So I just say, run through him, not run right in front of him, get him to slow down and just let Doran try and block that ball away. Sanders comes out.
Tim will come in. So Bullets going with their small ball.
Tobias went 1-1, rebound by Jones. Tried to put up a shot, got his own rebound, makes the second attempt.
Bulls just didn't really, he just kind of shoved Bodine under the basket. I think he just used his size there and just grabbed a couple offensive rebounds, got the putback.
Sailing, three-pointer, rolls out. Good rebound
that was about 99% in the basket.
Yeah. They might want to count it.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
Sawyer Hill, Hessen, deep three, blocked by Bodine.
I think they're going to say Bodine hit.
Oh, it must have been when he was coming down, trying to get to that ball again.
We're called on the floor, so not on the three. Obviously didn't mean to do that. It's kind of unfortunate.
Hill kicks over. Hessen drives baseline, picks up his dribble. Tobias in the corner. Three-pointer is no good. Rebound by Shuffler. He'll push it up, get it up to Doran. He's going to pick up his dribble. Cross court, Tim. Good find from him. They get it to Sailing. Back out to Tim. Shuffler, nothing.
Interesting matchup. Tobias on Doran. Doran's probably got 5 inches on him, height-wise.
Down low, it's Bodine. Kicks to the corner, Tim. And it's stolen away. This time Paxton pitching goes up.
Blocked
Tobias
by Doran.
Got his shot blocked.
That's a great athletic play from Doran. Just goes up there and just blocks it right off the backboard. Reminds me of a little bit of that Hope game where Sailing, if you know, you know.
Get it into Fitchson. It's a hard name to say. I don't know how you say that. You got to ask him after the game. Fitchson? I don't know. It's a hard name.
Fitchin. Yeah.
Not a whole lot going on. We've done a lot of talking.
A lot of talking.
Not a whole lot going on tonight. That's Jones. Down low. Missed it. Rebound by Doran. Pushes it up. Gets it to Sailing. Blocked away, or kind of tipped out. Paxton Fitchson blocked that one out.
Ethan's going to sub in 4 guys. Isaac Brown, Brady Schilling.
Brady Schrock getting his first minutes. So we've seen all these guys except for Brady Schrock.
Yep, Ishmael's back in.
And he's a great young defender. He's a freshman, so you've got some guys you can build around.
Yeah, you know, they're
kind of senior oriented here though, looking at this roster, but you know, they've got some guys that, you know, are going to get to play. They'll probably reload a little bit. Here's a 3. Garrett Tim missed it. Tobias brings it up, loses it right in the hands of Ishmael. Who's going to drive, take a shot all alone. Blocked out by Tim. Sailing is climbing on the stage.
Great effort to go get that basketball.
Coach Beard may not be happy about that one. Could have got injured, headed up onto the stage.
Yeah, anything can happen.
3:46 to go in the third. It's still a 25-point lead for the Bullets. Nothing happening. It's a very slow game.
Wonder what's going on with Pryor Reynolds these days.
Yeah, 43 total points scored tonight. It's got to be the lowest total scoring for the Bullets, maybe since that Havana game. But they scored, what, 70 on them? Here's a 3. Ishmael buries it.
Bullets still up, I think, 22.
I'm trying to think, what do we think the lowest scoring total game has been for the Bullets this year? This has got to be right there.
Maybe, like combined or just for Bullets?
Combined.
Maybe River? I mean, Riverton's probably close, right?
84, right? 82, 42-40 was the final of that
so.
one.
Havana Bullets, I mean, they put up 70. I think Havana probably put up
6,
19.
I think. No, they put up 6, I thought.
Havana? No, I thought they got in double digits.
Oh, yeah, they
sure.
might have at the end there.
Yeah.
Here's another 3. Brady Schrock.
Points.
Or, sorry, not Brady Schrock. Trevor Schilling.
Yeah, I'll have to do some research on that on a Friday after school before we call the game against Plains. Plains has Auburn tonight, by the way.
Ooh, that's going to be a good game. Down low, it's Bodine. He makes another shot, so he's starting to roll in this one. He's got 9 points.
9.
So,
Coach Beard called a 30-second timeout. We'll be back in about 30 seconds.
Six more points. Welcome back. Third quarter after the timeout. 39-15 lead for the Bullets.
Had a couple threes made from Athens in their past couple possessions.
Bullets kind of go quiet here, but see what they can do. Corner, Ishmael, three-pointer. Missed it.
I want to see a Dorn dunk tonight.
Yeah, I'm waiting on it. Sailing. Gets over to Shuffler. To Doran. He's going to shoot it. He's been quiet. He missed it.
Yeah, he hasn't been shooting 3 very well his past couple games. I thought tonight might have been the night where he gets hot. Maybe that'll be Friday. Hoping it's Friday.
Down low, Schrock missed it. Again, tipped right into the hands of Sailing, who pushes it up, gets it to Tim. He drives baseline, goes up, shot goes in. He's got 4. So a really balanced scoring night for the Bullets. Like we haven't really seen this where all the guys are scoring. I mean,
Shuffler has 16. Other than that, everyone's around that 2 to 5 range. I think Bodine's got 8.
9 he's got, and then Sailing's got 5, but he's probably got what 2 or 3 assists. Here's a 3. Shuffler buries it. 19 now.
very quiet 19, I feel like. Although this has kind of been a
quiet night
for just in general. There's not many fans here. I think there's more Williamsville fans
Doran,
than Athens fans.
great pass, great anticipation. Down to Shuffler. Tim just going to go straight to the rim, finger rolls it in.
Schilling tried to take a charge, kind of just flopped on it, so the ref will not give him that charge.
Very interesting night for the Bullets.
Callum Lideker about to check in. Running clock the rest of the way. In the corner is Schilling. His three is no good. Rebounded by Tim. 40 seconds to play. Shuffler will bring it up for the Bullets. Sailing has it up top. Back to Shuffler. Bullets will probably hold for one. Shuffler still has it up top. Just trying to dribble out the clock. It's Sailing. Back to Shuffler.
18 seconds
almost
now.
over and back.
14. Sailing gets it. Here comes the play. They get it to Tim. Back over to Shuffler. Try to get Doran down low. Good defense by Ishmael. He steals it away.
I'm going to call foul on him, though, before.
So he's a good defender. He's a freshman. I talked about it already, but
As here comes all the subs for Athens.
fresh five.
Yeah, some new guys getting in. Tobias is back in.
Cassius Crane comes in. It's the first time we've seen him.
2 seconds left. Bullets have it underneath their own basket.
Callum Lideker in. Quickly inbounds it to Doran. He missed the shot. 46-15. 31-point lead, so
Running clock.
running clock to start the fourth. We'll be back for the fourth quarter. Fresh five for the Bullets. Callum Lideker. Oh, no. Sorry, Tim stays in. Lideker, Root, Entwistle. Nolan Bryan in.
No Griffin Watkins yet.
No.
Interesting.
Potentially, we could see him getting saved for Plains. Going to be a good game, so he might have to play. Potentially, we're thinking about 1-3-1 coming out.
Yeah, I mean, I could see it. I have no inside information, but if there is a game to do it, I think it's that game right there.
It would 100% be that game. Just so you could get used to it and feel for 3 or 4 games before you play Auburn. Here's a three. Cody Tobias buries it. He's got 6 tonight, 3 from the line and 3 from beyond the arc.
Last game, Nolan Bryant hit a 3 on his birthday. 18 years old now.
Callum Lideker. See what he can do.
I say just ISO it.
Yeah, here we go. Kicks to Entwistle. Bryant to Root. Corner 3 up. No good. Good hustle there. But, back to the 1-3-1. I want to see it come out playing.
Oh, I do too.
You get used to it, and it's really not, you don't have to run it all the time. It's just something that you've got in your back pocket that you can come to when, there's going to be teams that are going to score points.
Yep. And I don't think last year Williamsville, I'll be honest, I don't think if they didn't put in the 1-3-1, I don't think they make that run that they did.
I don't either. I mean,
their man-to-man wasn't good enough.
It wasn't. But then the good thing about this year is their man-to-man has been exceptional. It's been exceptional.
Awesome.
They haven't really had to move away from it. I don't think they have at all this year. I mean,
no, I know.
Early, did they do anything early that I'm missing? But
no, like last year they ran some different stuff. I mean, they had a 2-3, the 1-3-1, the man. We tried to run a triangle and 2 against Prairie Central.
I mean, a 2-3 for the Bullets is something that you don't ever see.
No, they ran it the year when they had Jacob Finley in the middle, but that's because you could do that.
Yeah, you can do that with a big, center like that.
Jackson Sanders is not Jacob Finley.
But it's just because, really, Coach Beard, he pushes the defense so hard that
defensive first coach.
It's got to be man or nothing else, because you don't get the same level of intensity out of a zone as you do when you're man to man.
I think the 1-3-1 could be.
I do too.
Better.
It's just something that you've got to have. I mean, maybe they're practicing it. We don't even know, but it's just something that you've got to have in your back pocket because, they've been so good on defense this year, but realistically, teams are going to score points, and we can score points too. Like, we're not, nobody's worried about us offensively.
Yeah.
But
the other aspect with it is the teams have to prepare for it. I wouldn't be surprised if your plays are Auburn, if you're Coach McCoy, Coach Weber, and you're saying, well, you might have to prepare for it just in case it comes out. Because last year no one saw it coming.
Nobody. I mean, it's so hard to prepare for too, because you only have so many guys. Like Athens, they've got a good bench, but you've only got so many guys in practice that it's tiring. It's a tiring defense to play.
It is.
So you can only practice it for a little bit at a time, because it's so intense, and you're only gonna get a few minutes to really run it at practice, just because of it's really intense.
Yeah, and I think. And like I said, I think it could be better this year. Obviously, Doran, he's very athletic, just like Thomas was on the top. You have Sailing still on the bottom. I think they're a better rebounding group this year than they were last year. Last year, if Kohler didn't grab the rebound, it probably wasn't. It wasn't going for Williamsville. I mean, Doran, Sanders, and Bodine have done a great job rebounding this year. So that's something to think about as well. They do decide to bring it out.
I just want to see them bring it out. I mean, it's like I keep saying, like, you have to have it in your back pocket, because when you go to play, we're potentially going to play manual.
Yeah,
They're going to score points.
We're going to play Auburn in a sectional.
They're going to play point. They're going to score. It's about how you respond to that defensively. You can't just let them run all over you. You have to get, even if it's just a few stops. Like a few stops can go a long way,
especially.
Obviously, I played football, but a few stops can really turn the momentum of a game.
It can.
In a heartbeat, really.
Especially since you think about last year, and like this year, let's just make a comparison. Chicago Phillips last year, first round of state, they would score 90 points a game.
Yeah.
They scored I think they were in the 40s against us. Manual's a team that's probably going to put up a lot of points. If you can run that 1-3-1 and hold them to 40, 50, you have a great chance to win that game.
When you go to play teams like Chicago teams who get out quickly, it's very important that you don't turn the ball over, because that just creates, really open looks for them. You can't turn the ball over against, teams who like to play fast. It's not a good recipe for winning.
Isaiah Perry into the game for Williamsville.
Here's a 3. Callan Lideker missed it. It's Carter Brock.
Freshman 6'2", center.
So they've got some
decent
young
size.
height. Callan Lideker behind the back.
All the way.
He's going to take it.
Euro.
Goes up and in for the score. Great move from the senior.
Obviously love to see it when Lideker can get his points. That's a great Euro step. Great behind the back. Nathan Myers also into the game for Athens. Looks like they're going to call push on Nolan Bryant underneath.
2:10 to go.
The foul.
I think that this might be the lowest scoring game for the Bullets all year.
69 combined points.
Yeah. Total, sorry, not the lowest, because that's probably going to go to Riverton, 42.
42, yeah. 49 in this game, though.
I mean, I don't remember, what did they have at Taylorville? I don't think it was up in the 60s, was it? I think they went.
Let me check real quick.
40-something. Then, blocked away by Brody Newhoff,
Perry,
wide open.
dunk it.
Perry goes in, makes the shot. But they had 40-something.
51 against Taylorville.
And then 76, right? The next night, or
79, 74.
Yeah.
49 against BCC. 40 against Warrensburg. So actually, that would have been the lowest scoring game of the year. Auburn.
Yeah, well, I forgot about
29 points.
29 points. That's going to be the lowest. How many did they score? 31?
32.
32. So
and we went 9 for 41 from 3. So
it was a rough night for the Bullets.
Yeah, I mean, Sailing had 4 wide open looks in the first couple minutes. He knocks those down, they win by 10.
I mean, just the sheer amount, volume of three-pointers attempted. You hit even
crazy.
5 more of those. That's 15 points. That's a blow. You said we're sitting here saying we blew out Auburn.
Yeah, we
win the county
just blew out a sectional team.
Yeah, and obviously we didn't call the game, and I was there for that game, and I talked about people were like, we're not playing that bad. It's not about we're not playing bad. You cannot rely on the 3 ball like that. You cannot live and die by it. You can live by it, but you have to be able to go to something else
and
to
I think
pick up from that. And they're doing a better job already.
And that was a game where Doran didn't attack the basket very much.
No.
And I think that's kind of another reason why they only had 29 points is he just settled a lot. When he gets to the basket, they're a lot better team. 5 seconds left.
Credit to Athens, too. They guarded Doran very well tonight. Had an off night, but when he has off night, he tends to bounce back. And the next game to bounce back is going to be Pleasant Plains.
Nothing better than that.
Nothing better than that at Dave Root Court on Friday. We'll see you guys then for Pleasant Plains.